afternoon, Jim. The name here is Rob, Roger, Oscar Baker. It's Victor Echo 3, Papa, Charlie, Papa, Mobile, QSO.
Roger, Robin, how's everything up your way?
Well, it's a beautiful sunny afternoon here in Western Ontario. And, not sure what it's going to be like tomorrow, but today is nice.
Oh, Roger. Now, I usually copy you fairly hot on Milford or Rochester. I got nothing today, but I got a room full of you on my local antenna, Roger.
QSO, well, you know, just conditions the way they are, I guess. I'm on a little bit different route today, perhaps, than I usually am, but I'm running north and south on along the coast of Lake Huron, so normally I'm running east and west, QSO.
So yeah, you know, the thing is, you will have some directionality as you change north, south, east, west. I'm assuming that your antenna's on the rear left?
No, it's actually on the roof of the truck.
Well, then I would think that you wouldn't have much variance, you know, because that would be, is it directly in the middle of the cab or something?
Yeah, it's pretty close to the middle of the cab, a little closer to the right-hand side, but kind of in the middle of the cab roof, front to back. It's a four-door cab, so it's a fairly big roof.
Roger that. Well, sounds really good. So I would doubt there would be much directionality to it the way it's mounted, Roger.
Yeah, QSO, I haven't really noticed too much, but you know, conditions do change from time to time, and that's maybe what we're experiencing today, QSO.
Roger. Now, what mic are you running on, and what radio?
I'm running my Camwood TS-120 and running a D104 aesthetic hand mic.
Roger, it's amazing. You know, that D104, what is that, about a 40-year-old microphone?
Yeah, it could be that old. I'm not sure. It's, although I think they still sell them. I bought it used from a fellow a few years ago, but I think they still sell them. But, you know, the technology, I don't think it's changed a whole lot in the last 40 years.
Roger. Now, that isn't the Chrome D104. This is a hand mic D104. Is that a Roger?
Yeah, QSO, yeah, it's the D104 hand mic.
I was just thinking about you going down the road clutching this Chrome D104 desk mic.
Yeah, no, I'm a little bit crazy, but not quite that crazy. But I do have a D104 at home, as you may remember, that I've refurbished and put a Electret cartridge in it with a crisper on it, QSO.
Yes. Now, have you gotten a lot of comments, good comments about that mic?
Oh yeah, it's always you know, always very positive feedback on the audio for sure.
Roger. Now, I'm not sure exactly that you were using the exact element that I was talking about there. Mine is, you know, it's like a $1.98. You know, and it's, I guess, I don't know, but there's all different kinds of flavors. But that, you know, I use that rubber housing from a phono jack and just cut it with a razor blade, and so it, you know, just the diameter of it fits right over the condenser element, and then you have this sleeve that's about not quite half an inch long, and the EQ curve that it does passively would take you probably an equalizer at plus 10 at 7K or somewhere in there to duplicate the frequency response of the crisper. Roger?
The D104 has been around for 85 years.
Is that right? Wow. And then, well, I guess that's right. But it's an amazing microphone. Rob, you're sounding great out there, buddy.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, the cartridge I have in my microphone at home is just a cheap off-the-shelf Electret cartridge, and then I used a piece of heat shrink tube over top of the element, and I used the body of a ballpoint pen in the opening of it when I heated it. So the opening is actually only about a 1/4 inch in diameter and maybe 3/8 of an inch long, QSO.
Roger, Roger. Is it about the size of the electret mic, the opening in your crisper?
A little bit smaller, actually. The electret cartridge is probably 3/8 of an inch diameter, and the tube feeding into the cartridge is about 1/4 of an inch.
Roger that, Roger that. Well, it sounds good. As I recall when I heard it, and that's the thing. You know, of course, you have to. Now, I'm assuming that you're running a windscreen on that mic, Roger.
No, negative. No, I just sit back from it 4 or 5, 6 inches, something like that when I'm talking on it. And the one that I like in the truck here is back with 3 or 4 inches diameter.
Roger that. Now, the test for that circuit is, you know, it's an audio test, and if you're have a VU meter tied to an amplifier or something, and you've got that mic, the word is SACE, SACE. And I'm not sure exactly how you might spell that, S-A-S, I guess, SACE. And that way the S is the top end, the A is the mid-range, and the S, again, is a double check on the top end again. And as you look at a VU meter and say that word on that microphone with a crisper, those should all stay at 0 level. Roger?
Yeah, QSO, I'll have to try that when I get home, but I just turned the corner. I'm heading east and west now, getting closer to the lakeshore, so just curious if you noticed any change or drop in my signal.
A little better too.
Sir, gosh, hang on there just a minute. Talking to Rob out there in the Mobile. Rob, I didn't notice any difference in your signal east or west, north or south, Roger.
Okay, very good. Well, it's good to know. And anyway, like I said, we're heading east and west now, down towards my home QTH, and there's an escarpment just inland about a mile from my house that my house is about 150 feet lower than inland, so I'm right down sort of at lake level. So anyway, good chatting again this afternoon, Jim. Thanks for being there, and I will check YouTube over the weekend for when you post the video, and we'll talk to you again soon. And thanks for doing what you do. 7-3, good afternoon. KC9VKV, B3PCP mobile.
Roger, Roger, Rob. And a newer way to get to this recording that I've found is if you go to YouTube and do the call letter search for KC9VKV, followed by today's date, 9/11/20, and that will take you directly to this QSO recording, whereas before YouTube started dropping it further back and further back to where you really had to look for it. So if you do that call letter search, KC9VKV, followed by today's date, 9/11/20, will take you right to this recording. Roger?
Yeah, Roger, very good. I just looked at the meter in the truck here when you were talking, and you're peaking between 10 and 20 over 9 here, QSO.
Roger, on the 10 to 20 over. Appreciate that, Rob. Let me say thanks to you, sir, and I'll let you get back to driving. Thanks for checking in, and we'll catch you next Friday if you get a chance.
Yes, I'm good afternoon. B3PCP mobile, clear and